Hello and welcome back to Direct Strike Weekly Brawl, where today we're going to be showing off some grand and glorious Tychus shenanigans. If you guys remember, this is the Triple Threat Weekly Brawl, and for a deeper explanation, make sure to check out our previous videos where we break the game in, well, ways that have caused almost every match I've been in here to see nothing but those strategies employed. But today we're going to be doing the same thing with Tychus. For those who are familiar with Tychus, Tychus kind of, his whole gimmick is that he gets big beefy units that stacks multipliers on themselves. So when you give them triple auras to play with, that's just a lot more multipliers for them to run wild with. And we're going to be doing exactly that. So we're going to start off with plus 15% attack speed, go into +1 range and movement speed, and then grab a, let's go with the armor and cooldown speed here, and that sounds like a good idea. So now, not only do we have bonus attack speed, but we have range and cooldown. So it's gonna be quite good. We gotta have a lot of DPS coming out of us all over the place, and we're gonna start up. Looks like we're up against Minsk, so we're gonna go with the James Sykes, the Sykes spam, the serious spam. The turret spam is quite a lot. What you can do with the bonus cooldown is just have turrets absolutely everywhere, and once you have turrets everywhere, you can make them all explode themselves, self-destruct, and take everything else with them, and then just put a whole nother wave down. Like, just clear the world, have an just fill the world with turrets, block everything, gun everything down, detonate to clear anything that dares survive, and then come out and do it all again for the next wave. Now, we're not going to start off by getting the detonator, the explosion, the kamikaze self-destruct turrets. Instead, we're going to just kind of wait to see what my opponent gets into, because it looks like they're going with the Emperor's Shadow, which is all fine and dandy. Go ahead. Okay, well, they were invisible for a long time, which is really rather unfortunate. Eat it. Thank you. Much better. That's satisfying to see. We'll go ahead and get our next eco upgrade here. Unfortunately, eating the ghost means that the psionic boost gave a double tongue. Does he have cooldown? He might have cooldown too. What do you have? You have, oh yeah, he's got triple cooldown. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Triple cooldown to Haka. I certainly hope he goes for Stormhost. He is. That's gonna be disgusting, and I love to see every moment of that. All right, awesome. Oh, jeez. This brawl is chaos, and I can't get enough of this brawl. It's just so good. Ooh, grenade. Do it. Yes. All those Zerglings gone, and in this place, 2 Warhand turrets, which are gunning everything down. So if you guys remember, the Ghost does not go invisible, they actually go untargetable, so I actually have to wait for them to become normal again. Yep, and there goes the Emperor's Shadow. Excellent, just what I wanted to see. These things could be spawning so fast. Yes. God, serious spam is just so much fun. Not only do you get turrets, not only do you get a lot of self-destruct, but eventually in the later game, we can spam down the terror rounds, which once we have like 6 or 8 of serious units out on the field, like a whole line of them, it just becomes basically a permanent stun lock for an entire wave at once, which very fun to see, something you don't get to see very often. And considering that we have bonus attack speed, it's just going to be that much stronger. Team is actually winning their waves and not losing terribly. That makes me happy. Like, you guys have no idea. Alright, nice. Tychus comes in the cleanup. So this Minsk player is manually casting the invisibility. I don't blame him. It's just, it's annoying for me to have to deal with it. Which is kind of the point, I suppose. Alright, we're almost at the point where we want to start getting the self-destruct auto turrets in here, because they're starting to get enough units that they're stacking up a bit. So I'll get the third guy down, then get detonators on all of them. They don't have any AR units, at least not any worth mentioning, so I'm not going to be getting the Thunderbolt missiles just yet. The terror rounds are really only good if you can get a proper stun lock going, and we don't have nearly enough serious to do that, so we're just going to have to hold out on the stun lock opportunities for the moment. I see an air unit. And it's a detector, which is going to cause problems for my teammate here. Has he gone tier 3? Have you seriously gone tier 3 instead of just putting down primal hosts? Why are you like this? Alright, well... Now we're going to get it to see those turrets self-destruct and take out basically everything with them. There you go. Good job. Yep. Self-destruct happened and destroyed the ghost, despite the ghost being in their untargetable state. And with the self-destruct turrets, we see that all of those high DPS LMG gunners got removed from the playing field. That's what the turrets are meant for, and we can have so many of them because you're only supposed to get one charge every 15 seconds. So generally, by the time your units spawn and walk all the way down to the front lines, they get a second charge. They have 2 turrets to start with, but once you get bonus cooldown off of them, let's say 25%, now you're getting a pretty serious boost the amount of turrets you have on the field. Like, it gets pretty crazy, and if I had managed to get like 50% cooldown speed, I'd have been so happy. But I'm happy with range and attack speed because the attack speed actually gives us the ability to really get the stun lock going later on once we actually get the terror rounds in play. So I'm not too beat up about that. Fewer turrets, more terror rounds later makes me happy. It's just another way in which we can break the game as serious. Look at that. The turrets came off cooldown in time to wipe out pretty much an entire wave. That's beautiful. Everything about that makes me happy. Oh jeez. Hey, he got a second host. Oh, that's so nice. That's what I want to see. Please, give body blocks. Give host spam. Did he go tier 3 just to get one guardian? I think he's confused at what he should get. He doesn't quite know what he wants to get. He is versus Mengsk, so I don't blame him for not knowing what he wants to get. Like the Mengsk Marines with the LMGs can be a little bit scary, especially to the host. For those who don't know, super high DPS units like Marines, like Nova Marines for example, Rainer, Firebats, they can chunk through hosts pretty quickly. Like these locusts only have 130 HP. It's a lot of HP, but when you have those super LMG troopers, which I'm consistently wiping, it can get a little dicey. But as long as I can consistently wipe those, then my teammate should be okay to just spam all the hosts that he could ever want. That would be nice. Right. Come on. They'll be fine. I do like the Mass Ravager. I haven't shown it off in a video yet, but the Mass Ravager with cooldown is actually kind of disgusting. Because the amount of splash damage you get on the field due to them is quite a lot. I wonder what upgrades he has. Well, I did want to just watch the auto turrets work their wonder, and they did. Just marching forward and dealing all the damage in the world. Yep, good job, team. Oh ho ho ho! Oh ho ho! Dead mutas, dead everything. That's what I want to see. What abilities do you have? He has no cooldown. He just has bonus life, bonus damage. That's gonna be nice. Okay. So do I want to start getting anti-air? I don't really need it. Like, just the detonator's splash damage seems to be enough for the moment. If they really start getting air units, I can switch off to that. But now the question is, do we go to the terror rounds now, or do we get a couple more serious? I think we get a couple more serious mixed in, and then we go on to the terror rounds and get the stun lock going. We'll get 2 more serious, and then we stun lock everything. How does that sound, guys? Because once we start getting the stun lock, there's a bit of I'm gonna say a power dip, where we don't have enough. We spent a lot of money, but we don't have enough stun capability to really get any serious amount of anything done. So we have to make sure that we have enough of a lead to transition into mass stun.
Not enough minerals.
Otherwise, bad things happen. And now that our Dahaka teammate is starting to participate with building more units, we're actually pushing really hard into them. So let me get one more serious in here. Get you all the detonators. And then the terror rounds. So that's gonna be... Ooh, that's gonna be a lot of terror rounds. It's like 1,800 minerals with the terror rounds of just kind of... That's like almost waiting for an entire Hyperion with no supply drop. Just we need Hyperion in order to get the terror rounds going. That's kind of why you don't get them very often. But we are pushing really hard here. We might just win off the back of that. Like, these siege tanks are good, but they're not that good. Oh, do they destroy it? Oh, it's close. GG. Auto turrets for the win. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to see more shenanigans just like this, more turret self-destruct detonation wiping out entire waves at a time, make sure to leave a comment below. Like the video, and I will see you guys later.